Now to an issue of national security, where the National Investigation Agency has filed a charge sheet before an NIA special court in Chennai in connection with investigations pertaining to 4 individuals with suspected ISIS links and their attempt to threaten people as well as police officials, as well as seeking to murder police officers during the course of a vehicle inspection on the 21st of February 2022. This happened in Mailaduturai in the state of Tamil Nadu. Joining us for more updates on this is Nikunj Garg. Let me go across to Nikunj. Good morning to you, Nikunj. What can you tell us about the revelations made by the NIA in this charge sheet?
Siddharth, this is very important from the point of view of the fact that this was a murder which at that point in time appeared to be quite wanton. There was a vehicle inspection party of the local police which came under sudden assault, and in which a sub-inspector of the police was murdered, which seemed like completely, unrelated, and which seemed like completely without any kind of provocation. So when the case was even transferred to the National Investigation Agency, it was when the case was even transferred to the National Investigation Agency, it was perceived as something that probably had some kind of local criminal gang nexus. But what turned out to be was quite sensational. There was an attempt to float a terror organization that was particularly targeting political leaders and police officials because they thought that those people were working against the interests of a certain minority community in the country. And it was the larger aim of that group was to align this particular terrorist or the proscribed organization in the making with groups like ISIS and with international terror organizations, so that they could carry out some kind of daredevil and spectacular attack. In some of the cases, this group has also operated at various local courts where they have tried to threaten the local judiciary, particularly the vernacular judiciary of the lower courts, the magistrate courts, etc., etc. So it became quite sensational, and Government of India and the Ministry of Home Affairs, in their wisdom, at that point of time, thought it important to hand it over to the National Investigation Agency. This is the first charge sheet in this matter, and I'm quite sure that at least from this point of view, this will go for a judicial, investigation now, and courts will probably address the concerns that have been raised by various other quarters. And in that sense, the National Investigation Agency will be in a position to convince a court of law that further legal action is required against certain groups like this in south of India.
Right. Many thanks for that update this morning, Nikunj, over the charge sheet filed by the NIA in connection to people pledging allegiance to the ISIS and seeking to target police officials in the state of Tamil Nadu. We'll slip into a short break. We'll come back with more updates on the other side. Stay tuned.